Hello, welcome guys. I do like to call here. If this is your first time on my channel, I want to say welcome. I'm glad to have you here. If you just joining, this is your first time of coming across my video on YouTube, you're highly welcome. Ensure you click the like button, share, and subscribe to my channel. All right. So let's move on. Last week was explosive. If you are my Telegram group, on the Traders About Telegram group, you will agree with me that we had an explosive week because we dropped some signals on that group and it was explosive. A lot of people cashed out. This last week alone, we did over 700 pips. Just by following trend and folks on that group following the signals I dropped on the group. If you have not joined that channel, if you have not joined our Telegram group or Telegram channel, you are really leaving a lot of money on the table, especially if you're a trader, because we drop signals. I'm not the only one that drops signals. I have some other members of my team that also do the same. So you are leaving a lot of money on the table, aka you are losing money. So I'll be dropping the link for the Telegram group in the description below. Ensure you click and join. All right. So let's move on. Let's go and look at the chart. The reason why we're here, the reason why we do this every week is so we could all look at it. I could look at the chart, we can analyze the chart and help you to make a sense of the chart. Some people look at the Forex chart and they say it looks like Greek, right? So what we normally do on this channel is to help you make sense of the chart, and especially on a weekly basis on Sundays, like before the market open, to let you see the likely scenario, and so that you can follow the trend, because I'm a trend trader, and like I said, for you to be able to follow me, ensure you join our Telegram group. All right, the link is in the description below. So let's move on to the market and let's look at what the likely scenario is supposed to have this week. All right, so come with me. Okay. All right, so all right guys, you're welcome. I want to believe you can see my screen. My screen is visible right now. So I would say that. So the first thing I like to look at is the DXY. I love to look at this DXY chart. If you have been following me, you notice that's what I always do, because I believe the dollar index, the US dollar index, is the currency of the world. Like they always say, dollar is the currency of the world, and other currencies, seems to react based on what the dollar has done. So last week we had a scenario where at the beginning of the week, we had dollar, came all the way down. We had a scenario that looked like this. There was a push up the previous week, and then we now had a pullback. Then we had another push up, and then we had a major pullback, to the downside. I think this happened during the Federal Reserve raising, because the Federal Reserve raising interest rate by 0.25%. So we came all the way down, and then we bottom here before we push up again. All right, before we had a push up, all the way to this spot. So there's a bottom here. So but looking at this scenario, if you look at this scenario very well, you will notice that the dollar index has been on a downward trend, all the way, been coming down. And then the moment we broke this zone, this major zone, I already said we are going to go, because normally, if what normally happens is that anytime we break a major zone, we are likely to come to another zone. The scenario of us coming down to touch this zone is always like say 80-85% most times. And then if you have been following me, you always know that I always say that market doesn't just come all the way. Market, you never see price come all the way, from this spot and just come all the way like this. What we normally have is we have pullback, pull down, pull back, pardon, like we have something like this that looks like this. I always like saying this because I believe in repetition. You get to learn very well when you have repetition of facts. All right. So we came all the way, we came all the way like this, and then there's a pullback. Then we had another pullback. I think I have to do this again. Remember, pardon me, that's an error. So we have something that looks like this. Bottom here, and then there's a pullback, then bottom here. And then we have another pullback, and then we came all the way down. So, and then as you can see, then we go back up, and then we have another pullback. And then, so I'm expecting a test on this spot, on this minor support, that the one with the pink color. Then eventually we are likely to break that support. So I believe the dollar index is going to come down to around that 98%. So the question is, how does that now relate with probably other currency? What normally happens is that anytime you have the dollar coming down, what that tells you that the dollar is weak. All right, for new people if you're a new person, so the interpretation means that dollar is weak. That means when you have the dollar average index, when you have price coming all the way down, it means the dollar is weak. But when it's going back up, it means the dollar is strong. So right now we have a weak dollar, in the short term scenario, because overall trend for the dollar index has always been, it's been uptrend. If you look at if like I'm checking on the monthly time frame right now, you look at the overall dollar index, it's been up like so. So but right now in the short term, going back to the daily time frame, in the short term scenario, what we have is a downtrend. So, and because we already broken this major support, so I strongly believe that the next spot is we are coming to this support. So we're going to see a major probably by the time the market open on Sunday evening, into Monday morning, what we're going to be having is a pullback, from this resistance. We'll have a test of this support, then likely break of this support all the way down to 98.497. So let's move on to the currency pair and see what next week is likely to look at. Let's go to EURUSD. So we're looking at EURUSD. So last week, on EURUSD, we had EURUSD, when the dollar was weak, we had a support, the EURUSD support here, and there was a breakup. And my counter trade line was broken, and I took a buy around there. And I took some profit around there. And I'm locked in. at break even right now. But EURUSD seems to be coming down very strong. I strongly believe that it might come down. So having said that, let's look at let's go to the 4-hour time frame, because what I always do is I take my trade on the 4-hour time frame. If you are new and if you're just joining, if this is your first time watching my channel, I'll advise that we have a course out. I forgot to say that at the beginning of this video. We have our Forex trading course, mastery course that you can. It's just about $100. I'm going to drop the link in the description below. That course takes you from, let me talk about the course. It takes you from being a novice trader to a pro. If you have never traded before, the course also takes you from from someone that has never traded before. Doesn't matter your level of trading, whether you are new, whether you have been trading, whether you are whether you're a pro and you're looking for more knowledge, you want to get more knowledge. Like I always say, knowledge is never ending, right? So you can also get your hands on the course. All right. So let's move on. So we have euro coming down at the moment. Euro is coming down at the moment right now. The overall scenario for euro has always been on a downtrend, right? But last week, like I said, our counter trend line was broken, and then price move up a little bit before we have this pullback, and then there's a support, and the euro is already on a support around there. It's already on a support around there. So I don't know if if this is not broken, might likely come and test this resistance, the one I have up here. All right. So let's check pounds. Let's check pounds USD. Pounds USD, for the week, you also behave almost like euro. The same thing that euro USD. Like as you can see, we had a break of our counter trend line. There's a push up and then there's a rejection on pounds USD. The likely scenario for pounds USD is probably we have a pullback up to this counter trend line before we have a further push up. All right, as you can see, I already have my TP around there. But either way, I'm looking to sell. I'm looking to start selling pounds USD when we have the break of this support. This very strong support. So my bias is going to change, if I have a break of this support on the daily time frame. So I'm going to be my bias is going to change back to the major trend, because the major trend for pounds USD is on the downward trend. So my bias is going to change if I see a major break of this support. Also, let's look at pounds. Let's look at Australian dollar USD. Australian dollar has been selling. I've been having a massive sell out of this Australian dollar. Of all the three major dollar pair, euro USD, pounds USD, Australian dollar seems to be to be the one selling majorly, and I've been taking a lot of sales around it. So as you can see, it's testing this counter trend line to the uptrend, but price is coming down. So I'm expecting price to break this support. There's a support here. There's a support around there. So once we have price break the support, the next support is around the support. There's another support here. There's another minor support here before we start coming down. We are likely to have something like this. That looks like this, and then break on, and then probably like this, and then all the way down. Hopefully if the dollar gets stronger in the coming week, we have Aussie dollar keep coming down. All right. So I haven't said that. Let's look at gold. I want us to look at gold. Gold has been fantastic. It's been moving up, and it is a rejection for gold. In this around this major resistance zone, we have a rejection. In the past week, it came down. So gold is at the moment pushing downwards. So I'll be looking forward to sell gold once this counter trend line is broken. If I can have something like this. Oh, sorry, something like this. Because already I have there's a support here. So I've already joined this support, these two candlesticks. So once gold break this counter trend line, I'll be looking to sell gold from this spot up to this minor support. All right. So let's look at BTC USD. BTC USD also. I need to a moment. Trying to see. Okay. So BTC USD also was pushing up initially before we had there was a minor resistance around there. Now see it's coming down a little bit. So BTC USD is coming down a little bit. This coming week is going to determine where Bitcoin is going to go to. But on the long run, I feel Bitcoin should be on the upward trajectory because of all the scenario we have in the US, like the bank run, like Silvergate and all the other banks that are collapsing. So I expect Bitcoin to move up. Although we are likely having a pullback, a little bit pullback on Bitcoin right now. So so that's that about for the coming weeks. Like I said, We always join. I always drop signals on our Telegram group. You can join our Telegram group for free signal. Also, if you want to learn about how to trade Forex, I'll be dropping the link in the description. Just click on the link and sign up. On the website, we have a free video on how you can learn how to analyze the market, the way I've analyzed the market. How you can learn how to draw, to use a trading view to analyze the market. All right. So I'll see you on the inside. All right. So thank you.